Hey guys, it's Nick again. Welcome to 5 easy but cool blues rock licks. You will find the tab, PDF, and Guitar Pro in the description below. Let's get started with lick number 1. Okay, lick number 1, we're starting out on the 6th fret. Let me play it for you slow first. 6th fret, 3rd string, that major 3rd, and notice the triplet. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to keep that triplet thing going throughout the whole lick. Okay, one more time. Okay, so one thing you'll notice right away, we're adding that B note in there, so that's the 9th of the scale. You hear a lot of guys like Stevie Ray Vaughan used to do this a lot. Joe Bonamassa, guys like that, Eric Johnson, they like including that 9th. And it just gives you a little bit different flavor. And from a technical point of view, it's nice because that note's just waiting right there to grab. So you notice we don't have to play all straight pentatonic here. We're playing a few different notes. And then end with a nice big fat vibrato on the 2nd string, bending that G up to an A. Alright, so the whole thing. They'll sound great. These will sound great fast or slow. Let's move on. Lick number 2. Alright, this one's pretty cool. Lick number 2, it kind of reminds me a little bit of something Michael Schenker might do. You're going to have to choke up a little bit on a couple of these notes here. Namely, the minor 3rd. We're kind of bending that up somewhere between a quarter and somewhere between, probably less than a quarter actually. A little quarter bend, little blues bend I call them. The lick goes like this. And we land on that nice big happy C sharp note, which again is the major 3rd of A. So you get this sound. Alright. We're combining the A blues scale also with this. So we have 5th fret 2nd string, 8th fret 3rd, so that's our flat 5, 7 on the G and 5 on the G, so we have, and then 5 is where we choke up a little bit, so slow. Then we move to the D string and play 7 with the ring finger, and then roll the ring finger to play 7 on the G string. So we have this. And we go back to the 5th fret on the G and choke up on that 3rd again. Hopefully you can hear all the little nuance there. And then we're going to go right down the blues scale. We're going to have 7-5 on the D, 7-6-5 on the A, slide right into 4, that major 3rd. So it's kind of nasty a little bit, but then it ends up nice and sweet. Nasty and sweet, that's what you want. Alright, so here's what it sounds like. Slow all together. Okay, and if you want to kind of dig in, you can get a little bit different sound like I was doing there. Kind of get some of those pick harmonics. almost Van Halen-ish. Okay, that's lick number 2. Let's move on to lick number 3. Okay, lick number 3 is a spin-off of lick number 2. Basically just changing the ending. So this is a great way to sort of take an idea and expand on it, make several variations, and then you've got several licks. So this one, we're starting out the same as in lick 2. 5 on the B, 8, 7 on the G, so right down the blues scale. 7 on the D. And then instead of going down the blues scale, we're going to come back up, or we're going to hammer from 5 to 6 on the G, 5, 5 on the B and E, and end with a nice big bend on the G up to the A on the B string. Okay, so let me do that slow. So, and if starting on that second string like that's a little weird, you could maybe start with a bend, but keep in mind the triplet phrasing here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Try to keep that consistent as you go along. But let's say maybe you want to have start the lick with a bend on the 7th fret G string. That might be a little bit more natural for you. So in that case, you just work in the triplet phrasing after your bend. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Let's move on to lick number 4. Okay, with lick number 4, we're also continuing this idea of choking up on the notes, playing notes from the blues scale, and kind of choking into the minor third, into the major third, with a similar motif as in licks 2 and 3, but this one's going to be a little different, and we're going to extend it a little farther. So it's going to sound like this. Main difference being we have this little idea here where we slide from 5 to 4 on the A, 5 on the E, low E, 4 on the A, and then we end up on the root note of A, 7th fret D string. So let me play that lick slow for you. Lots of different ways you can phrase that. Even if you're playing straight triplets, lots of different ways you can articulate it with the pick hand. And also with muting with your pick hand. Okay, so as an example, so licks 2, 3, and 4 are very similar in terms of the notes they use and the general motif. Let me try to play all 3 back to back. Here's lick 2. Lick 3. And lick 4. Okay, so in a way those are very interchangeable. And so you might try mixing and matching them and see what kind of cool riffs you can come up with. Let's move on to lick number 5. All right, this one's really cool. Lick number 5 here. We're extending the minor pentatonic up to include the major third at the 9th fret. So instead of playing 8 on the high E, I'm going to play 9 with my pinky. 9, 5 on the high E. This is part of what I call the dominant pentatonic scale, where it really brings out the sound of like an A7 chord. But you can also think of it as just making an alteration to the minor pentatonic, and just think of it as in that way, where you're still playing 2 notes per string, but you've just made a slight adjustment. So in this case, we're going 9/5 high E, and then 8/5 on the B string, and then we're going 7 on the D, and a quick little bend and release from 6 on the G. Remember, that's that major third, but this time we're bending it up to the 4th, so we're going from C sharp to D and back down. So be careful you don't overshoot that. You don't want, you just want to stay in key here. And we're also keeping that consistent triplet rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and continuing on. So that bend I'm using with my middle finger. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And then we're going 7/5 on the D string, 7/6/5 on the A string, slide down to 4, 5 on the low E, 4 again, slide up to 5. So far we have this. It's alright. Let's try that again. So far we have this. And then we're going to end the lick. 7 on the A, 7 on the D, 5 on the D. So that's the flat 7 degree. Kind of leaves you hanging a little bit, but it's still in key. Let me play that for you. So this has a very Mixolydian kind of a sound. If you know anything about your modes, that's the dominant sounding mode. So that flat 7 works really well in that context as well. So let me play the lick one more time with a little bit of passion this time. Alright, hopefully you get some great ideas by working on these simple phrases, but you can make them really cool. You can supercharge them if you're a hard rock and metal guy. Try to play them clean though, and try them in different contexts. In the key of A, try moving around to different keys and expand on these as much as you can. Alright, so that's it. Signing off for now. You will find, once again, you'll find the tab, Guitar Pro, and PDF in the link in the description box. Alright, we'll be talking to you soon. Keep rocking. How do you do that? Keep talking to you soon. Keep rocking. There, that looks better. Sort of. Alright, later. Hey friends, I have created for you a free 25-page ebook called Sweet Picking Fire Boot Camp. And it's filled with a bunch of killer exercises, loopable types of things, as well as a full chapter on theory, a jam track, and video, audio, and tab, plus Guitar Pro files for everything. And it's yours for absolutely free. Just go to the link below and check it out. It's my gift to you. Rock on.